bended knee is no way to be free. Lifting up an empty cup, I ask silently that all my destinations will accept the one that's me, so I can breathe. Circles they grow and they swallow people whole. Half their lives they say goodnight to wives they'll never know. Got a mind full of questions and a teacher in my soul, so it goes.
If you're going to be offended every time Eddie Vedder or Pearl Jam is insulted, please do not watch this video. Mike will not be held responsible for anyone damaged psychologically, mentally, or emotionally when Eddie Vedder is insulted. As he will be insulted in this video, please find another video to watch if you'll be insulted.
Welcome to Mike's Music Method. I'm gonna bring you this song. It's been requested several times in the comment section of Mike's Music Method. This song was written by Eddie Vedder, the singer of Pearl Jam, and it sings like this. Mike's Music Method. How's it going? Welcome. Today I'm bringing you Eddie Vedder, guaranteed. This is the song from, what was that movie called? Out into the wilderness. I already forget the name of the movie. The book, Into the Wild. You know the name of it. This song was requested by whoever. I can't remember your name because I never write it down. But here you go. I always listen to your guys' requests, so comment below what song next, and I'll bring it to you. Maybe. The reason I'm doing this song is because, well, it's Pearl Jam. I'm never going to do a Pearl Jam song on this channel, but here's an Eddie Vedder finger-picked song, so I thought I'd do it. And one of the main reasons I'm doing it is because it's very simple. This is a great beginner piece. I'm actually going to put it very early on in my Travis picking playlist because it is not that hard. We're not doing full bar chords, open chords. It's a really redundant pattern. It's a long song. It goes on for like 5 minutes. It stops and you think it's over and it goes on again. And I'm getting excited. Eddie Vedder like his hummina, and just when you think his hummina isn't enough, there's a pause and you think it's over and then hummina. He keeps going into more humminas. You guys are gonna love it, especially when he goes into the fifth hummina. I'm not funny, I know. But we're going to learn this song. It is a great beginner song. Let's dive in. You'll learn it quickly. If you're new to fingerpicking, welcome. Start here. And if you're not new, whatever, learn this song. People know this song. You can sing it. You can practice your Eddie Vedder voice and impress your friends. It's not that hard to sound exactly like him, so let's get straight to it. Measure 1. Here we go. We just have a G chord, and we've got this shape, very simple, 3, 3, 4, 5. So it's just that basic F chord, not even a bar chord, keeping it very simple. And our pattern is going to be, we're pinching at the beginning. We're pinching our thumb with our middle finger, and I'm doing the 4th string and the 1st. So that's what our thumb's doing. But before we even do that, for you beginners, our thumb is just going back and forth on all the downbeats. So nod your head, tap your foot, be physical, and we're just going back and forth between 4 and 3 with our thumb on the downbeats. Let me play the measure so you can hear it. So we're pinching thumb and middle at the same time. Then our thumb does the 3rd string, and then the and beat is our index finger on the 2nd string. So pinch 4 and 1, and then it's thumb and, which was thumb index. So thumb middle, thumb index. And the beat is 1, 2, and. So just practice that. 1, 2, and pinch, 2, and pinch, 2, and that's the first half of the measure. Second half of the measure is thumb that goes back to the 4th string. We immediately do the 1st string with the middle finger. Then we do our thumb on the 3rd, and then index on the 2nd string. And that's all rapid fire. 3 and 4 and is the rhythm. And the strings again are 4, 1, 3, 2, thumb, middle, thumb, index. And if that's new to you, practice that as slow as you need to practice it. Turtle slow if you have to. Could be this slow. But you really want to, even though you're doing it slow, you always want to feel that rhythm. Right? You want your thumb to be very mechanical. And then when you put the measure together, we have this. Pinch, thumb, and thumb, and thumb, and spend a lot of time there because that is pretty much the pattern for the entire song. We just have some different chords. So let's keep going. One thing I missed at the end of the second measure, that last note is open on the second string, and he's doing that to allow himself to get to the B minor chord, which is measure 3, the next chord. Humming, 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 humming. So measure 3, we go to a B minor chord. And again, it's simplified, so you'll notice sometimes you don't need to do these big old full bar chords. Check how easy this is. We've got 2, 3, 4, 4. And I'm using pointer on 2. Then the next string is the middle finger on 3. Then your pinky is on 4, and then your ring finger is on 4 above it. And it's a B minor chord, and it's the same exact right hand pattern. So we don't even have to talk about it. Pinch, dum, dum, dum. Oh, one little change here. The very last note, he lifts his hand up and hits that note open. You'll notice in measure 4. And that's because he's just getting ready to pivot to the next chord. So I'll play it slow again, B minor. Measure 5, we got an interesting way to voice a G7 chord. We got 1 on the first string, then our pinky is playing the 3rd fret on the 2nd string, and then your ring finger is playing the 3rd fret on the 4th string, and that 3rd is open. So 1, 3, open, 3. I suppose if you got bigger hands, you could not use your pinky and do pointer, ring, middle. For me, it's easier to use the pinky and stretch it that way. Good news, same exact pattern. And here he's not lifting up the last note because it's a very easy transition to the next chord, which is a C chord. And it's a very simplified C. It's just open, 1, open, 2. And I'm using my index and my middle on those 2 strings. Let's do a run through of 1 to 8 so we know that we got it. 3, 4. Oh, all the tabs are free to download. Can you believe it? I have nothing behind a paywall. All the content is free. mikesmusicmethod.com. Download the tab. 3, 4. Again. We're going to lift the last note here to the B minor chord. Lift the last note again to that weird G7 shape. Might be a little tricky for you if you're not used to it. Go slow, don't worry. Then to the C chord. Yep, and if that's even too hard now, just strum the shapes. Make sure you can get to all of them. Make sure you're really thinking about your economy of movement and motion. So when I go to the B minor, my ring finger doesn't really have to go anywhere, right? So that's kind of like my pivot thing there. I have this G, my ring finger slides down, and I add the other ones. Same thing here. My ring finger is going to be the guide and slide down. My pinky and my first finger go down. Then my middle finger goes and I lift the rest. So think about that. Be slow, be deliberate. Simplify it, maybe just strum, only do the chords until you feel really good about that. Then you add the finger picking. And maybe the finger picking only begins with just the thumb, so you get used to that idea. With the chord changes, whatever it takes, go slow. Don't be embarrassed that you're not getting there right away, because all this stuff takes time. Pew! Donation pitch to all my patrons, supporters on PayPal, people snail mailing me checks. Thank you guys so much for making this channel possible and for bringing everyone this great finger-picking education. It's because of you guys that I'm able to put this stuff free, none of it behind the paywall, up out there on YouTube for everyone in the universe to engage with. So thank you guys. If you haven't donated, please consider. It buys me more time to make more of these videos. I would love to have more time to keep cranking these out, to do more and more. And think of your contribution as it's a charitable act, because it's not like you're paying me for a private lesson. You're paying me so that I can put more lessons on there for everybody in the world. So it's kind of like it's a charitable finger-picking deed you're doing for the world. Make America finger pickers again. Once again, make America finger pickers, okay? Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying though. Consider guitar lessons can be like $160 a month. So maybe you can donate $160 a month to Mike's Music Method, or maybe it's $15 a month or $5 a month. I don't know, but the value for value model. Consider what these videos are doing to you in your life. How much value is it bringing you? And then give some value back, whether that's your talent or your treasure. Yeah, and let's pay it forward and pick together and be happy and write songs together. All right, back to the song. Measure 9. It's still that C shape, but now we're adding our ring finger. So we have this big realized C chord here. A little trickier because measure 9 we have the same pattern, but we're pinching now 5 and 1 instead of 4 and 1. So that's a little different. 5 and 1 is being pinched, then our thumb jumps all the way to 3, and then and on the second string. So that's a big leap that your thumb's doing. We're skipping a string now from 5 to 3. And then the same idea, 5, 1, 3, 2, pinch 5 and 1, 3, 2, 5, 1, 3, 2, pinch, thumb and thumb and thumb and pinch. So that's measure 9. Measure 10's a little bit different because now instead of going 5 to 3, he plays 5 to 2. Or sorry, 5 to 4. So it's a little more confusing. It's a second fret, but it's the 4th string. So pinch 5 and 1. Then we do 4, 2, 5, 1, 4, 2, but he lifts that second string, so it's open. So I'll do it a couple times, pinching 5 and 1, 4, 2, 5, 1, 4, 2 is open. One more time. Pinch, thumb, index, thumb, middle, thumb, index. Let's do 9 and 10 together. Measure 11 and 12 are nearly identical. Here's 11. It's a G chord, but he's doing it with these two down, that different kind of voicing where you have the G and the D instead of open B. So I've got pinky and ring finger on 3 and 3, first and second string, and I'm doing my middle finger on the 3rd fret of the 6th string. So let's do that. Now we're pinching 6 and 1. So I got thumb and middle finger, and then my thumb skips to the 4th string. Then immediately do and on the 2nd string with your pointer. So thumb and middle, thumb, pointer. So 6 and 1 are the strings, and then 4, 2. That's the first half of the measure. And then it's that, but all on and beats, and it's 6, 1, 4, 2, thumb, middle, thumb, index. So that measure, pinch, thumb, index, thumb, middle, thumb, index. And then almost identical, but a little different in measure, whatever we're at, 12, where we're pinching 6 and 1, but now our thumb goes all the way to the 3rd string, then he hits 2 after that, and then it's 6, 1, 3, 2. So our thumb's doing a really big stretch from 6 to 3. So from measure 11, it's pinch 4, 2, 6, 3, 4, 2, pinch 3, 2, 6, 1, 3, 2. So it's alternating where the thumb goes. Not to be nerdy, but there's also a moment where both of those measures I'm hearing 6, 4, 6, 3, 6, 4, 6, 3, where he's bouncing back and forth in between the measure. It doesn't really matter. Even if you don't want to bounce back and forth, it doesn't really make a big difference. But it is in there, so note it if you want to improve your playing. Focus on that harder stuff. If not, you can always simplify it and not sweat it. We're almost there. Almost to the end of the song, then we'll put the lyrics in there and the huminas, and we'll be well on our way to sounding just like Eddie Vedder. All right, measure 13. We have a D chord, and we're back to that same pattern we did at the beginning. So just a regular D, 2, 3, 2, middle, ring, index. I'm pinching 4 and 1, 3, 2, 4, 1, 3, 2. So pinch 4 and 1, 3, 2, 4, 1, 3, 2. Then going into measure 14, it makes it a D sus2 chord, which is fancy lingo for lift up your freaking middle finger, and it's a D sus2. And we got that. And same idea. Pinch, thumb, and thumb, and thumb, and. So pinch 4 and 1, 3, 2, 4, 1, 3, 2. And then here, let's keep going. Measure 15, he hammers it on. He pinches with it open, and his middle finger hammers onto the 2nd fret. And then he keeps going with the pattern. So pinch, 3, 2, 4, 1, 3, 2. So let's go from 13 on all those Ds. We have a regular D. Lift that middle finger up. Then we pinch it and hammer it down. And we keep it down. And then here we go. 13, 14, I can't count in groups of 4. 16. We pinch the 4 and the 1. And that's it. Now, if you look at the tab, if you downloaded the tab, which is free at mikesmusicmethod.com, let's go through all these endings. It doesn't really matter. You could always do that same one in measure 16, but each time he ends the verse, instead of just stopping, he sometimes add a little color. So if you look at measure 16, that's going to be the ending of the first and the 4th and the 5th verse. And then if you look at measure 17, it's the ending of the 2nd and the 3rd verse. And, you know, he's mixing those up throughout the song. And then there's the very last one, but it's not really the last one because he does more hum-and-ahs. But let's look at 17 because it's a little different. We're pinching the D chord, 4 and 1. Then it's thumb, index. So pinch 4 and 1, 3, 2. Then we stretch our pinky to get the 5th fret. And we're doing open on the 4th string. We're pinching, the 4th and the 1st string, but we have the 5th fret on that top string. So it's a D chord, thumb, and pinch. Then he hits the 3rd string open, and he goes right back into the beginning. So in real time, it's... So that's one ending, but now you have 2 endings, actually. The ending for 1 and 4 and 5, the ending for 2, 3, and 7. Here's ending 6, I think, which is measure 18 in the tab. We have a D chord, but he starts on the sus this time. So with your middle finger lifted, thumb, and put it down. Then he just hammers 4 and 1, hammers down on the 2nd fret. Then he goes back to the thumb, then back to the 1st string, 2nd, 3rd. Then he slides 2 to 3 on the 1st string, then 3rd fret on the 2nd, 4th string open, back to the 2nd string. Then the 1st string is the pinky on the 5th fret. This stuff is just easier to view in the tab. It's not really Travis picked. And it's really free form. If you know the song, if you don't, listen to it. But, you know, he's just kind of like really being dramatic with that. He's just creating a little ritardando, right? He's slowing it down at the end. So whichever one of these variations you like, you can just do that the same every time, or vary it up a little bit. It's really freeform, so I don't want to get lost in the weeds on it. But that's the whole song. Let's sing it together. And here's a nice slow run through of the whole thing. Super Guitar, zoom in here, sit real close so we can see everything. Download your tab. We're ready to go from the top. 3, 4. That's it. Slightly different endings. You guys got it. Pat yourself on the back. Singing. Let's sing it together. You guys can do it. I know you can. If you're new to playing the guitar and singing at the same time, don't finger pick it yet, right? We can just... On bended knee is no way to be free. Lifting up an empty cup I ask silently. There's no reason you can't just play the chords. Or after that, you could add the thumb. On bended knee is no way to be free. Lifting up an empty cup, I ask silently. And then eventually you put it all together. Sorry, 3. On bended knee is no way to be free. Lifting up an empty cup, I ask silently that all my destinations will accept the one that's me, so I can breathe. And that's, or back to the G. And that is the entire song. You did it. You're there. We did it together. Please don't be, no one take it personally. You're not Eddie Vedder, and even if Eddie Vedder watches this video, I'm joking. I'm being light. I'm having fun with the humana, okay? He's Eddie Vedder. He's freaking was in Pearl Jam, right? Can I tease him a little bit? Can we have a little fun together off of Eddie Vedder's great fortune and wonderful gift of songwriting? We can. I know no one took it seriously, right? Don't be offended, please. Or if you want to be offended, that's okay too, I guess. But there's no need to be, is what I'm saying. And we did it. This is a great song. I hope you guys made it and arrived. As always, give me feedback. Let me know what I can do to improve this channel. Is there something annoying you about... Well, the Virgin Lady would never annoy you. I know that can't annoy anybody. But I don't know, the lighting, the sound, the tab, size, location of it in the video, feedback on all of this stuff. I'm happy to take it and improve these videos for you. I don't know how people are consuming this on their phone, their tablet, or on a desktop. I recommend a laptop or a desktop so you can see nice and big and click through with your little arrows, 5 second backward, 5 second forward. You can change to 0.75 speed if I'm going too quick. YouTube is a great little tool and resource. And so give me feedback on how to make it better. You know what I'm saying. And thank you. I hope it went well. Comment below. I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Oh, Mike's feeling with it. Hum.